Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where we are currently planning on attacking Armenia here. We're going to take this territory for sure, and we'll see what they take from the Ptolemaics. They'll probably peace out basically the moment we do this, which is... that would be what I would expect here. And Saloy would not join. We don't actually care. It's fine. Saloy does not have to join. So Arados is being integrated, but we're definitely going to declare war on Armenia here. So we're going to immediately head in here. We lack access. Not the Navy. I want the Army. There we go. And we're going to head down over here. Perfect. So I do expect Armenia to peace out the Ptolemaics fairly soon here. We'll see what that ends up looking like. And of course, Carthage is also occupying out over here. We knew as we moved in to carve up the Ptolemaics that there would definitely be people who would also try to carve up the Ptolemaics, right? That was always going to happen. But that's okay. We don't mind it. So we are going to be able to use that to juggle truces. So that's wonderful. Yeah, you can see here, Armenia just took all of this territory. They ended their war, and that is fully expected. So they have a levy force walking in over this way. There's still a little bit of Ptolemaics over here. Okay, I definitely want to link up this area. We'll see how much we want to take from Armenia this war. So I'm going to move these guys up to Batnai for now. That'll be fine. And as far as these forces go, they don't look that scary. I'm actually going to send an army out over this way to start dealing with some of these guys. Excellent. So over we go, and Arados is heading over here too. I do see that there's an Armenian force up here that is a levy. I'd like to go fight those, and I'd like to head up over here, take out this 8.6k. Beautiful. So they're going to be heading up here. We're going to go stop them. Eventually we'll catch them. Yeah, we'll catch them here. That looks good. So looks like we're going to have something happening here, right? Yeah. Excellent. A steadfast victory, huh? Okay, so we won this very easily. That looks wonderful. So that is fully expected. We'll head over to Batnai now, and that will be perfect. We're going to easily win this battle as well. I expect no problems there. Even with them grouped together, we still have numbers. This is no problem. So we're going to get that under control. Do we want to increase the taxes, or do we want to gain stability? Actually, stability is good here. So we're going to take the stability, and we are winning this battle for sure. Although they're holding on fairly well. So 117 to 129. Yeah. So that looks good. We're going to go take this back while we recover our forces. And these guys, they're going to continue to push through these territories out over here. So that all looks fantastic. I would love it if they'd come like cap up over here. We'll see if they do. For the time being, we're sticking to our territory here, and this is something that we should reinforce. Okay, so we're going to reinforce Arados here, and they are going to easily win this. Now I see this Armenian force out over here, and this Armenian force up over here. I want to get both of those taken care of. Okay, the Conqueror. Sounds good. So we're going to head down this direction and continue to fight these lads. Judean minor character died, and we also need a new martial researcher, and we're definitely going to work on that. So that looks wonderful. So I would love to eliminate this army here and this army here. So that would mean coming down here. They're locked into this, so we're going to fight them there. They have reinforcements on the way, but they are not going to get here in time. So that looks great. And we won the battle down here as well. Okay, let's go take this state capital for now. I see this force, though, and we should probably go eliminate that. Okay, so these guys are going to attack us here. That's absolutely fine. We don't mind that. They're continuing to send forces down over this way. Not really too dangerous. Cool. So they're going to run out of manpower very shortly here. No doubt about that. These guys were probably going to stack wipe. Actually, we didn't catch them there, remarkably. Okay, so we're still chasing this force down here. We'll get them there. That is definitely going to be caught. This should not stack wipe, apparently. Okay. Cool. Well, let's head down here, and we're just going to continue to fight these Armenian armies. We want to disrupt their morale as much as possible. So that will be absolutely wonderful. These guys are still kind of running around over here. Sure. Let's see if we can catch them up near Batnai. What are we doing over here? Okay, we are fighting. Looks good. Beautiful. So we win this battle, and we're going to come up and take Barati back and get them out of here. Okay, looks like this must have stack wiped. I'm fine with that. That looks good. And they've got more forces on the way in here. Beautiful. We love it. They're not going to win this under any circumstances. Sell the surplus. We'll take the gold. Okay, so we're going to take this back, and this territory up here will all be taken back eventually as well. We'll continue to push northward up over here. And as far as what we're actually going to take from Armenia, we will see. Now, I kind of want to put these guys onto unit reorg. And this territory is still occupied up over here, so head on up. They're going to be slow moving, of course. And they exit unit reorg because this is not auto-capped at this point. I guess that's fine. Okay, so that looks good. We've got this under control now. I want to continue taking over territory over here, but I do see their armies over this way, and we're going to go fight their armies as a priority. Okay, so we're going to take this back. I'd like to come take this fort. That is going to be fairly good for us to have that done. And I'd like to come up and fight these guys up here. That looks like that should stack wipe. It did. Beautiful. Now we're going to come down over this way and look to take back some of this territory down here, or more specifically, look to fight these armies. Okay, they have some forces out over here. That's not a big deal. So we're easily winning this. There's no doubt about that. We're not catching these forces, unfortunately. I'm going to pursue them a bit. Okay, they're up on the road right now, and they're definitely outrunning us a little bit, but we could come take this settlement. How are we doing on this siege? 35? Okay. So Arados is running around over here. We just stack wiped this force. That is beautiful. Let's come back and eliminate this one. Arados might stack wipe that. They did. That's very good. They're going to catch this as well. I love it. We need a new governor in Lower Egypt. This is a member of a scorned family, so we're going to do that. Okay. Excellent. So stack wipes are occurring at this time. And that's very, very good for us. They're low morale, and we certainly want to come in and fight them down here while they're separated. Arados is continuing to look to fight up here, although they might lose this. They don't really have much for numbers up there right now, which is not ideal for them. Okay, so we're going to come in and fight these guys. I'm keeping an eye on the forces up over here. For the moment, I'm not too concerned about it, but we definitely need to catch these lads. There's only so much that they can do. They're going to be trapped behind forts eventually. Yeah, they're just going to kind of run around over here. And they took an awkward path there. So that looks good. They should stack wipe, and indeed they did. Now we're going to head up and continue to work on eliminating these units out over here. So once this siege ends, we will be freed up a fair amount. That looks good. Split it equally. Excellent. So we're going to be heading over this direction. Now, are these mercenaries? Yeah, those are indeed mercenaries. That's not shocking that they're starting to merc up. So we'll see what happens up here. We're up to 21% on this siege. I like it. We could peace out at this time, and if we did, what would that actually look like? There's nothing that we can actually occupy? Or that we could take? Oh, right, because it would have to go to Arados. We will need to first take this up over here, I think. Yeah. So that's the way that that's working. That's fine. That is absolutely fine. So actually, Arados is winning this up over here, hilariously. I think that they just don't have the morale. So we fought these barbarians, or not barbarians, we fought these mercs and won. That looks good. I want to head up this direction. And we're going to have to take territory this way. which is mildly awkward. But yeah, look at that. Arados is... They don't have the numbers to win that, but the morale was amazing. Arados actually got stack wiped out over there, which isn't great. But we're going to let this siege finish, and we're going to continue to fight out over here. That was a stack wipe. Beautiful. And now we're going to head up over this way. I want to catch this force here. Okay. That was not a stack wipe. We're going to siege this for the moment. This siege will end in the eventual times. We are going to want to exit this war relatively soon-ish, I think. Reason being that we need to reinforce these armies. But actually, we're not being too strained here. This is not too bad. So let's get this capital taken, and then I want to head up and take this one. But I want to swap our troops around a bit. So I want these guys to come here. I want these to come all the way over to here. So that's the way that that's going to work for now. Actually, they can just cap this on the way through. That seems fine. And we're going to come up and fight here with our stronger force. Let's see if we catch them here. Yes, we do. Beautiful. Okay, so we stack wiped them here. I want to head up this direction now. Our stronger force is the one that's going to head up and do some fighting up over this way, while these guys, who just did this siege out over here, they're going to head this direction and work on regenerating a little bit. So we're going to head this way for now. However, we are now in a position where we can take territory. We can take territory here, here, here. That opens up a lot of territory that we can take down this way. So this is a lot of aggressive expansion up here. That's a whole lot of aggressive expansion. Here's a question. How much do we care? We're going to have severe penalties. But do we care about having 85 aggressive expansion? It's an interesting question, for sure. That gives us a lot of Armenian territory. This was basically all territory that was formerly Ptolemaic. And we'll definitely want to fight Armenia again, but we're going to need to chill after this. No doubt about that. Okay, this is going to be a significant amount of aggressive expansion. They would not actually accept this, so we should probably back off on some of this, and apparently that completely reset it. But let's see if we take something along the lines of... That would be maybe a little bit better. They have 8 reasons. They have 2 reasons. This is what we should take if we're going to take anything. Okay. Let's just take this. This is going to put us well above 70 aggressive expansion. So we absolutely need to chill after this. And let's do that. Okay, so that gives us all of that. I'm then going to leave these guys basically where they are. We're going to need to build some roads. And we're going to have some issues here. You can see that we've got aggressive expansion here, so this is reducing our stability by a lot, integrated culture happiness by a lot, claim fabrication speed by a lot, loyalty of subject states. It's a whole lot. There's a lot of problems here, and negative opinions from other nations. We don't really care too much as long as, like, the Roman Empire doesn't decide to go after us, although they're kind of angry, and we may want to consider improving opinion with them. So we're going to do that, definitely. And maybe the same with Macedon as well for right now. Let's improve opinion with them as well. Okay, so we're dropping by about half a point per month, so this is going to take a while. That's absolutely understood. So, this territory up here doesn't really need much for roads, actually. The roads up here are mostly well built. Let's do road build and head down this way. So a road here would be fine, like so. And then a road like this. And then up over this way, connecting in like that, and probably also a road like that. Okay, beyond that, I think that's this area, relatively good to go. So then these guys would go onto road build, and they would head up this direction, making sure that there's connection all like that. Okay, connection like this, connection like this. There's a lot of very awkward paths here, no doubt about that. So that would be something, anyway. And then we'd bring this around to go like this, going all the way around here like that. And then connections here and here. And then we'd want to build a road out through this impassable terrain. Make sure that there's a connection here, a connection down this way as well. Okay. And then this would come out over here. Something kind of like that. Connect into this road and then connect over all the way like so. We're definitely going to want some more roads than what this has queued up here. I'm going to do that for now. Okay, so we need a governor in Assyria. That will be a scorned family member, like this guy. Okay. I definitely... Do we have enough to do a divine sacrifice? Not quite. I want to do a divine sacrifice to help offset our stability loss, but for now, this is going to have to do. What about Carthage? Are we interested in improving relations with Carthage? The answer is yes. So we're going to establish an embassy over with Carthage as well. We need to drop our aggressive expansion. There is no doubt about that. Okay. So these guys are going to finish up their road build fairly soon. These are going to be at it for a while. So once we get back over here, I do think that a road that comes down like this and connects like that would make a lot of sense. And then a road that connects up this way and then that connects something like that to make sure that we have a road bisecting this entire area. And then I think we're going to call that good in this region. I say noticing that there should be road connection here. We might use these guys for that. We'll see. So that's definitely a lot that we just got from Armenia. And we handled them very easily. That was not very complicated. Now, we can spend our gold. I'm actually not going to do that right now. I want to keep a war chest just in case, like, the Romans and the Carthaginians decide to attack us due to our aggressive expansion. We'll see if that happens. I want to keep probably, like, 5,000 gold in the war chest just in case. So for now, that seems fine. These guys are going to be recovering for a while. These guys are fairly recovered, as it is. And we're capped on our manpower, so that's really, really not an issue. We don't have any problem with that right now. So that all looks good for the moment. We need to chill and drop our aggressive expansion. I see that the Ptolemaics up over here are now occupied by Macedon. That is not surprising. I'm a little surprised that Carthage hasn't wrapped up their war over here yet. Okay. Well, for now, it's fine. We're going to get Arados integrated relatively soon. Oh, that reminds me. We need to go through and turn on auto trading in the new provinces. So that needs to happen. We need to get all of those activated. Any other auto trading that should be on here? Yes. Here and here as well. Okay. So that looks solid. What are we at for pop at this point? 12,000 pops. Compare that to the Roman Empire at 10,000, Carthage at just 2,000, and compare that to China at 10,000. We are now the highest pop in the game, I believe. Even these guys only at 10,000. Okay. I'm not sure that anyone's actually going to try to mess with us at this point. We'll see. So that's looking magnificent. We can definitely spend this money on things like putting in a tax office here. That's obviously a thing that's good to do. Another thing that we could do is we could do a divine sacrifice to help our stability, and I think that that's probably the right way to go. The other thing that we could do with that is we could work on conversions. But I think we're going to let our governors do what they're going to do for right now, and I think we're going to perform a divine sacrifice. So that's not going to completely get rid of the decay of our stability for right now, and this is primarily due to aggressive expansion, which is not shocking. but that is going to slow it fairly significantly. Now, pops down here are currently starving again, and we're currently importing grain. So it feels like these should be relatively fine, right? I'm keeping an eye on that for right now. We definitely have a lack of food in this state. We could think about... So our trade routes is only 0.03 here. It would be increased by 25% if the dominant culture was an integrated culture, but this is really not very significant in terms of trade route production. I think the real issue here is that we're on harsh treatment. I want to move this, I think, over to possibly encourage trade. That will increase our local monthly food modifier by 2%. The other potential option... No, I think I'm going to put this on encourage trade. Okay, so the food is now growing, and we see the provincial loyalty is growing now that we've supplied food as well. So that is good. We're going to have that food continue to grow. Yeah, it must be decimation. So that's going to drop our manpower very slightly. We really don't care about that. There's no colonizable provinces, and yeah, the food here is growing by 5.43 per month, so that seems reasonable for now. I do want to get rid of the fortress that is currently here, although we're too disloyal for that. I would love to get some changes done. Okay. I don't really want to spend 3,000 gold right now. I think that we are going to say this is blackmail. That's going to drop our stability. Our stability was going to drop anyway, and maybe this way we get some good stability events. I kind of doubt it, though. We'll see. We need to have our aggressive expansion drop a lot right now. But, I mean, we just took over like 2,000 pops up here, so that's going to cause some problems. We should probably consider building some mines, which I'm going to do, as well as some farming settlements. There's a lot of these that we can build, and that's going to eat into our finances quite a bit, but I don't actually think that I mind that. After having investigated the pops, I'm a lot less scared of some of the nearby people. So we're going to do something like that for now. I'm going to keep around some amount of extra gold. But hey, global monthly food modifier from a civic advance as well. That is very good. I think I want to grab the 2.5% discipline here. And then we're going to be working our way through specifically siege ladders. Well, investment is going to be good as well. We have to have fortified camps to move down here. Okay. So that's definitely noted. We can make our way through a lot of this, but that's going to take some time. So the farming settlements are also going to take a while to get built. We know that each farming settlement is going to cost 146, right? So we can build a few more of these, and we can build almost one per month. So I'm just going to hold there for now. And then we're going to grab Master of Trade, which is, of course, a useful thing. Okay, this is now growing by 24.95. That seems very solid. Cool. So no problem there for right now. We definitely need to drop our aggressive expansion, and I'd love to see the stability coming back up, although it's going to get better as it continues to decay. I want to take a look at our... Okay, we're still chilling at 225, even with negative stability. We'll see if we remain at that for too much longer. Upper Egypt requires a governor, and I do want to put a scorned family member in for this. That'll be this guy. And we do still have one scorned family, Kene. Interesting. Carthage still hasn't ended their war. That's very interesting. Okay, so the Admiral of the Third Navy is currently angry. I'm going to bribe him. And he can sit up over here. I don't mind that. I just don't want him to be angry. We could, however, consider splitting this force in half, and I think that that's a good idea. So I'm going to do that, and the second navy here, I'm going to put this guy in charge of. Just to split up the overall amount of power that they have. And I think we should maybe consider expanding this up to, like... Once we get down here, are we able to build hexaires? Let's check here. No. Okay. So, what do we need to build hexaires? We can build them, and we can build them here in Opone. That's the only location. Sure. So how many are we going to need? We are going to need 9 is the answer. So let's build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Beautiful. That will be perfect. Now, I still do want to be working on getting some of these farming settlements worked through. So we're going to get those 3 queued up, and then the other 5 we're going to wait on. That will definitely increase our production. No doubt about it. That's going to be a lot of additional food production. So that is great. We're going to be able to trade that out or, you know, just use it ourselves. Any of that would be good. Cool. So that is a lot of construction happening. That's for sure. We also have a risk of rebellion of Hawad eventually, and the slaves of Bet Honi are currently rebelling. Okay. I'm thinking that we just hire these mercenaries, we put them onto unit reorg, and then we just start moving up this direction. They are, of course, going to need to get some morale. That's why they're on unit reorg. And they're going to sit here. Okay. We will not negotiate with slaves. They're going to kill a bunch of people, though. What is this going to happen? We would lose 250 gold. Lose 10 stability. All rebel-controlled territories will revert to our control. Any revolting slaves will be settled in our capital region as freemen. Okay. And then for 15 years, our slave output would be reduced by 25%. I'm actually thinking that it's more worthwhile for us to not negotiate with slaves. Okay, so they're coming in here, right? And this battle will happen on 1 February. I'm actually going to hire these mercs as well because they gained additional forces, which isn't shocking. And these guys will gain reinforcements, or rather, they will gain a morale tick here with unit reorg. Okay. So they immediately... Apparently that battle happened before the morale tick. That's remarkable. Well, we're just going to head up over this way. We are on unit reorg here, and we will arrive there hopefully after this month tick. Actually, we're just going to chase them down here. I'm not sure where they're going. They're just charging off up over this way. They're going directly for our capital. That's what they're doing. Okay. Exit unit reorg and get up here. We got to get up here like yesterday. I'm not sure if we even get there before they sack the capital. No, we don't. So they're going to kill a bunch of freemen in Jerusalem, which is not ideal. Okay, so now we're going to fight them and eliminate them. Okay, they're going to be retreating down to here. That is noted. And we need a commander for this navy, but that's not actually true. We need a new Rob Arakut. We're going to do that. And we've got a lot of problems right now. We knew that this would happen when the aggressive expansion was that high, right? That was always going to be the case. These guys have managed to kill a bunch of our peasants, or rather a bunch of our freemen. We're going to fight them there again, and now the slave rebellion has been crushed. So now we're going to head down over here. The Second Navy, of course, allegedly requires a commander. It doesn't actually. We do need a new civic researcher, though, and that'll be this guy, and a new religious researcher, which will be this guy. So they did kill a number of our pops, which is rude. No doubt about that. I think they killed maybe like 20 pops there in total. But we'll get that handled. We'll regrow those pops in no time at all. Okay. So, let's see here. Local manpower. I don't want to lose political influence. Local manpower isn't that big of a deal. Okay. So the slave rebellion is under control now. Unrivaled wealth, huh? We're going to take some gold. That'll be wonderful. And I want to put this into additional farming settlements. 4 of them. That looks good. So the slave rebellion should be gone now, right? Maybe we have to wait for, like, the month tick. Yeah, the slave rebellion should be gone now. I don't think there's anywhere occupied. Let's check the Atlas map mode and see if we can see anything in this map mode. I don't think that there is, though. We took back Jerusalem, and they never capped out over here. So that should be it, I think. So we should be able to get rid of these guys. Wonderful. And that should be it. Fantastic. I do want to build another farming settlement. We're going to wait for the month tick, and then we'll get that going. But it is time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to work on recovering our stability and dropping our aggressive expansion. That is definitely something that needs to happen. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible. Hang on, I just want to get these guys back onto road build. We just need to do this. Okay, back onto road build. I want them coming up here and then here. There we go. So they'll build a couple of roads up there, but that looks fine. As I was saying, a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy Magar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Hiro Marutsu, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.